Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
All right,
so
we doing movies now?
Yep, we're going to do movies. Okay, so we are going to review Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power. I couldn't help myself.
Out of the shadows.
Which was a little weird, admittedly, because it was a game. Like, there was a few years back, they had a Ninja Turtles game called, obviously Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. And I was like, they couldn't come up with, like, another name? I don't know. I just thought it was just a little weird, was all, because, like, it was a really shitty game.
Sorry, Picky McPixter.
Hey, it was a really shitty game, so it just, like, when I heard the name, I was like, oh, no. This isn't going to be a good movie.
All right, so
what we saw it. We saw it on Friday.
Yeah, we saw it Friday at 10:30 a.m.
No fucking Taco Bell bitch this time.
No
Thank
Taco
God.
Bell bitch.
Yeah, if you haven't heard our if you haven't listened to our candid conversation, it's the movie going experience. It's an interesting set of stories. I'll link to it below.
Okay, so let's start off by saying if it was great, okay, meh, or pfft.
I would say that this one was... I don't want to say meh because it kind of sounds like a negative connotation, so I would say it was okay.
I'm on the brink, wow. I'm in between okay and meh.
Yeah,
I would, right there.
I would say I agree with that, but I'm more so leaning towards the okay.
Was it entertaining? Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was super entertaining.
We had such a fucking good time watching that movie.
Yeah.
I mean...
There's stuff that we cheered at,
yeah.
And then there's stuff we just kind of went, oh.
Yeah. Like, there was no middle ground with this movie. Like... It was either really entertaining or really fucking dumb.
Exactly. Oh, and before we really dig into this is the separate segment for movies.
Right,
So this is going to be spoiler freaking heavy.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
it's Ninja Turtles, so...
do you really care?
Yeah.
But regardless. And if you were...
just to be respectful.
Yeah.
All right, so I just want to share this with you, Xavier. I'm a cop. And I'm going to be a freaking... I can't even say
I'm
it.
going to be a detective.
I'm going to be a detective soon.
It's like, it's always been my dream. Oh my... Okay.
Casey Jones sucked ass
in
this movie.
The worst part about this movie, straight up, Casey Jones.
I still say Megan Fox.
You really?
I still say Megan Fox.
Okay, yeah. She's the worst actor in this movie. She's the worst actor in this movie, but... I don't know. Not that I felt like Stephen Amell was phoning it in, because he wasn't. Like, I genuinely felt like he thought he was Casey Jones, but I did not see Casey Jones in this movie.
Before we met up today, I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 1990, the original one.
Yeah, the 90 movie.
I'm sorry I forgot the actor's name. That was a great Casey Jones.
Yeah.
I think Elias something.
I think
idea.
His name is
Elias.
I haven't even looked into it
I'm going to look it up. Just keep on going.
Yeah, okay.
All
right, so I've always loved Casey Jones as a character. Like, he was one of my favorite characters as a kid.
There it is. Elias Koteas? I'm sorry if I'm butchering it.
Koteas, yeah.
Good,
You're
okay.
right.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Casey Jones was always one of my favorite characters as a kid. Because, it's kind of along the same reasons as why I liked Batman when I was a kid. It's just a normal guy who's like, fuck, I gotta protect my city because who else is gonna do it? And that was all I needed as a kid. I did not need the whole backstory of Casey Jones being a failed bumbling cop. I didn't.
When I found out he was a cop, I went, oh...
No.
Yeah, I just went, oh no.
No, Daddy, no!
Yeah. Well, maybe this is an origin, and then maybe he'll be more Casey Jonesy in the next one.
Maybe,
or
like, because the whole like a lot of what was really interesting about Casey Jones and his interactions with the Turtles was that like him and Raph were like kindred spirits. You know, they both were very headstrong and they just jumped into danger without even giving it a second thought. And that's not to say that Stephen Amell's version of Casey Jones didn't have that. I just there was no chemistry. There was no chemistry with him and the Turtles, and I was reading up on it, and apparently a big part of why Stephen Amell was casted as Casey Jones was because during tests, him and Megan Fox had really good chemistry. And that is such a piss poor reason to cast someone. And don't get me wrong, I love Stephen Amell. He's really good on Arrow, and for fuck's sake, please clean that show up.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry. No, go on.
No,
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, for fuck's sake, please clean that show up. He's not a bad actor. He gives it his fucking all, but for you to cast someone because they had chemistry with Megan fucking Fox.
Well, she was April. You gotta have chemistry, I guess, with April O'Neil in it.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm talking behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying it's easy or hard to have chemistry with Megan Fox, but Megan Fox is not a good actress.
Neither is Stephen Amell, man. I was thinking about it the other day.
Really?
Yeah, he's a nice dude. He's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes his stuff on Arrow is very cringeworthy, and seeing it on the big screen, bringing his skills to the big screen, I was like, yeah, man, you're not that good of an actor, man. Like, remember the scene where he was explaining that he saw the turtles and he was smiling to the cop?
Yeah.
That wasn't good.
Yeah, I definitely...
That was not good.
I agree.
Remember, we were looking at each other. We were like, oh, what the...
Yeah, because he's trying to explain the ridiculousness of the fact that there were these fucking humanoid turtles that were driving in a giant fucking garbage truck. Like, I'm laughing to myself, like, just saying it out loud. And he's supposed to be a professional, you know, but this guy is laughing while he's, you know, trying to explain to his superior. It's no fucking wonder he got suspended.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the reason why he had to go outside of the law to take down...
I mean, there was I kind of laughed at it where he first meets the turtles and he goes, "We are not food."
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, like, okay, Casey Jones in the comics and in the... Well, more so in the movies. I don't know too much, like, about his portrayal in the comics.
Comics...
In the movies, Casey Jones was always a fucking lunkhead. He's, like, not... He's not retarded, but, like, he's not the brightest guy.
No, he's not. No, the way I was going to say, in the comics, he's portrayed almost the same way as he is in the first film. So right. That's how good it was. But
so for them to have Casey Jones in this movie, and like sometimes they made him dumb, and then other times he wasn't, and they were just so like flip-floppy on what they wanted to do, because I feel like they just didn't want Stephen Amell to be like perceived as anything lesser than how people see him in Arrow. So I feel like they were kind of, you know, teetering around making him Casey Jones, and instead it was just Stephen Amell.
Right.
That's what I saw.
Right. I don't know. Casey Jones sucked in this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's my end point on that. All right, moving on to who do you want to move on to next? You want to move on to? All right, Tyler Perry was awesome in this.
Yeah,
I don't
Tyler
care,
Perry
man.
Was great.
He was great.
He was such a fucking fun Baxter Stockman.
He knew what he was in.
Exactly. Like
he knew what he was in, even though he gave that bullshit science, like one of the most bullshittiest things I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, when he transformed Bebop and Rocksteady.
Oh my god!
What did he say?
He said that
our ancestors.
Yeah, he said that they're reverting back to their ancestral nature. Sometimes some of us are descended from, basically what he was saying is that people evolved from any fucking animal they fucking feel like, essentially. Like, not that there's like years yeah, not that there's like years of like science and data to support that, we over the years have evolved from like primitive primates and all that shit. No. These two guys evolved from fucking rhinos and warthogs. So that was fucking dumb, but I just had so much fun watching him. Like, I was annoyed when I heard that Tyler Perry was gonna be in this movie because, like, the only thing, and I'm sorry, but the only things that I've ever really seen Tyler Perry in were the Medea movies.
I saw him in, I don't think he's a good film director.
Oh, which one was that he directed?
A lot of crap, but he's a good stage writer. Like, he's fine doing stage shit, but
yeah,
as an actor, he's been striking. He's been not striking out with me as an actor. What he's been in so far, he was super good in Gone Girl as the lawyer.
Still have to get around to watching that.
He was super good in that. He knew what he was in when he was in this,
exactly.
And he just like turned it up.
And this is why I had such a good time with this Ninja Turtles movie, because when I watched the first one, I didn't bother to see it in theaters. I didn't bother to fucking pay for it. I watched it online when it came out, and I was cringing and annoyed the entire fucking time. This one was so refreshing because
better.
Everybody and their mom, with the exception of Stephen Amell, I guess, knew exactly what they were in and just had fun. They made a fun movie. And I get that, like, I get Ninja Turtles, and especially these Ninja Turtle movies are, like, more so catered for children, and that fucking showed.
It did.
This was a kids movie, but it was a kids movie that kept in mind that, hey, the adult turtle fans are going to be coming to see this movie too, and we can at least give them something to enjoy while they're here.
Right.
And I appreciate that so much, because this movie was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty damn fun. If I had to compare the first TMNT to this, the first TMNT is like
the 1990s movie, or the first one of this series?
No. The first one of this series. Okay. The 90s movie shits on both.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I would compare this to Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
It was just as corny as it.
Yeah.
But it was still fun.
Yeah, like, I could still... I'm not saying that, like, oh my god, I love Secret of the Ooze, but, like, I can rewatch Secret of the Ooze now and still enjoy it.
No, I can rewatch it, but you know what's funny? I own Secret of the Ooze and TMNT from the 90s, the first one. And I haven't seen...
You don't have the third one?
I don't think anybody has the third one.
I don't even... I mean, I know it was a time travel movie, but, like, what was it? I can't remember the full title.
Does it matter?
I want to know now.
Does
I really
it matter?
want to know. Is it Turtles in Time?
I think it's...
No, that's the game, right?
I think it's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. It doesn't fucking matter.
You keep talking. I'm going to pull it up.
No, but... what the hell was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So... I've seen Secret of the Ooze a lot more recently. And I haven't seen the first one in a while. And like I said, I watched it before we met up today. It's a good movie.
Oh, it's just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. There's no subtitle. I could have sworn it was like Turtles Out of Time or some shit. But hey, what do I know?
Yeah, it's
dude. All right, so the Turtles had way better chemistry with each other.
They look better too.
Yeah, they did. They kind of slimmed them down a bit, except for Raph, and that makes sense because like he's supposed to be the muscle. So like, you know, they slimmed them down a bit. They weren't as fucking hulkishly huge and terrifying as they looked in the fucking first movie. Mm-hmm. They axed Johnny Knoxville, which I think is a good thing because all I heard the whole first movie was not Leonardo, but just straight up Johnny Knoxville.
The motion capture work in this was really good too.
Yeah, the fight scenes were a lot of fun. And like I said, they finally did the Turtles right, I feel like. Because in the first movie in this series, the Turtles were like... And I get it, they're teenagers, and teenagers argue, but like... They didn't really feel like brothers in the first movie. This time around, they're brothers. You know, they still argue. They get on each other's nerves, but you can tell that they fucking love each other.
The first one, they felt like cliche characters. The second one, they made them more distinct, which was good.
Yeah, they all had the personalities that we've come to know, which was great. And Splinter was barely in this one.
Brian T. plays him.
Splinter.
Oh shit! No. I'm thinking of Shredder. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Splinter was in like maybe 2-3 scenes. Not a lot to really do there.
When I said Brian T. and you paused, I'm like, what the fuck did I say? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was.
But he
Splinter
felt more.
Splinter.
He felt more fatherly. Because like in the first movie, he was just kind of kicking their asses the whole time and yelling at them, and I'm like, I don't think he likes them very much. The whole time, me and Luca just kept like leaning over to each other and cracking jokes with the movie itself. Cause like
sometimes cracking jokes at it.
Yeah, sometimes. Because like I said, there was no middle ground with this movie. It was either entertaining or fucking dumb.
Oh.
But on the more entertaining side, the stars of this movie that straight up stole the show. Fucking Bebop and Rocksteady in their first live action appearance in any Ninja Turtles movie. Thank God, because that is where so much of the fun and humor came from. Like, a lot of people are complaining that like they were stupid. They're supposed to be stupid.
They are. They're bumbling idiots.
Exactly.
You know where it really felt like the cartoon? When they were in, I think, Brazil, and they were talking to Shredder. Not Splinter, Shredder, on like on a camera, and they were trying to get each one was trying to get his attention. They're like, yo, Shredder, look, I got the like they were pulling, I got the thing. Yeah. Like, that's where I felt like the cartoon. I had no issue with them. I thought that they fit perfectly in this cartoon.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And like there were a lot of really shitty, stupid jokes, just like the '80s cartoon. Like in the beginning, where Shredder is being hauled off by, for some reason, Casey Jones in this police truck.
I gotta talk to you about that later.
And Bebop and Rocksteady are in there too for some reason.
And they're just in there.
And they're introducing themselves to Shredder. That shit was so funny to me because it was like really stupid like dad jokes because he's like, I'm Bebop. Yeah. And this is Rocksteady. He's Finnish. Yeah, because when I start a fight, I always finish it.
It was so stupid. It was amazing though.
Dumb, but
it was so entertaining.
It was like the perfect amount of dumb.
Yeah,
like, it's not like it's not so bad it's good dumb, but it's like you go into it, you know what you're getting into, you turn your brain off, and you just have a good fucking time.
Exactly.
And enjoy
If you're a fan of the cartoon, you're gonna love this.
Yeah.
If you hated the first one, you're gonna hate this.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a heads up.
Well, no, that's not true because I hated the first one.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought the first one was okay.
No, I hated the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, I hated the first one, and this one has not changed my opinion of the first one.
No, but I do like that there's more turtles in this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember when it first the Empire State Building where
Right.
the camera like panned to them and I just went, oh good.
Yeah, because
I was like,
oh hey look, Ninja Turtles, in a
yeah.
Ninja Turtles movie.
I was
Who
like,
would've
okay,
thought?
good. This is a good start. You know, they're there.
Yeah. So like I had such a good time with this. I'm gonna say though, like I said, there's really no middle ground, but the one thing that I'm still like kind of on the fence about, and surprisingly we haven't brought it up yet, was Krang.
I was gonna save that.
Because honestly, he was kind of like shoehorned in.
He was. It made no frickin' sense
Whatsoever.
When Shredder got transported.
Yeah, and he was
Which
just
makes no
randomly
sense.
in Dimension X.
Which makes no sense because they never established that they had alien connections in the first one.
Except the only thing, there was like one of the in Shredder's like dojo or some shit. There was a painting in the background, and if you look at it really fucking hard, you can see like one of the Utroms.
Okay.
That's not good enough.
No, but what makes me upset, not really upset, it just kind of made me like, whatever, is Krang was thrown in there like that.
Yep.
Without
explanation.
Like Shredder, remember I looked at you, I went, oh okay,
Yeah.
he's in this now. I'm not complaining, I thought like for a live adaptation, they did a really good job. He looked awesome.
Yeah, he looked awesome, but like, I don't know. I'm not saying that like, Krang is like one of the best villains ever made or anything, but
it was nice to see.
It was nice to see him, but like I wish that they had really
Built
put
it up.
I was gonna say put some more like care and thought into.
Look at it this way. They shoehorned him in. Everybody's, some people are complaining about it. They would have saved him to the end. Everybody would have been like, really? You saved him to the end? And we just got to see 5 minutes of him? You can't keep people happy either way.
You know what I would have liked instead? And it's kind of going against what you just said. I would have liked to have had maybe like a kind of Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine thing going on between
that's
Shredder.
What it's like.
No, but I'm saying
No, I'm not how they portrayed it. I'm agreeing with you. That's how it like in other representations.
Right.
That would have been better. I'm agreeing with you totally.
Like it would have been nice to have another showdown with the Turtles and Shredder, because Shredder the whole time me and Luca were like, is Shredder gonna put on the suit at all in this movie?
He did, and it looked awesome.
Yeah, and then immediately as he put the suit on, frozen gone.
Fucking froze him. They fucking froze him.
And they're like, we'll
really?
just save this for later. I'm like, no, save Krang for later. Like, I like that Krang is in this movie. I like that he's the one kind of pulling the strings, but I would have rather have had a better showdown.
Did you notice
with
that?
The Turtles
Did you notice
Shredder.
that in the Technodrome there was a I don't remember what the hell, the pterodactyl. I forgot what the hell it was called.
What?
I forgot what the hell it was called. I gotta look it up again.
I mean, I did kind of see like a few things, not anything that like I noticed as like
What
a
the hell was it?
character.
A pterodactyl? I forgot. It was some.
I don't know.
There's characters frozen in the jail,
Right.
like
Okay.
other villains and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I'm just saying, I would have liked to have seen,
But then again, going back to it, Krang and Shredder always fuck each other over, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So you already established that relationship. But I wonder how they're gonna pull it out of their ass for the third one. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you froze me, but we need each other. Can you do the voice?
Oh, hang on. It would be really fun because they didn't. I think I heard rumors that it was Brad Garrett that was doing the voice, but it wasn't.
The brother
it was,
of Ray Romano.
And Everybody Loves Raymond. It wasn't Brad Garrett. It was that dude
the comedian.
It was that dude from Portlandia. I think that show is.
Yes. Yeah.
The weird dude with the glasses. But like, when I saw Krang, I was so looking forward to the Shredder. You need to get me a body. Like I was kind of
that would actually be scary. Like a
That shit would have been so fucking great.
Watch it like,
Because I don't think the person who does the voice of, or who did the voice of Krang in those cartoons back then is dead. So I think they could have probably called on whoever it was. I'm pretty sure he's still alive. But it would have been great to see that voice. And I kept doing it the whole time we were watching the movie. And then afterwards, like as we were walking out of the theater, I was doing the Krang voice and people were like turning around looking at me all fucking nuts. What the fuck is his problem?
But yeah, what else do we want to mention about this fun movie? Let me see. The action is really good. Like I thought the whole airplane scene was good.
Yeah, the airplane sequence was
when
really
Rocksteady
cool.
was shooting the machine gun
And he's like, oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, when the whole plane was like torn apart.
Because they were fighting on the plane, and they had a tank for some reason. I guess because they were going through the jungle or some shit, and they needed to just tear shit down. So they're fighting. Yeah, the soundtrack was pretty good this time around.
Yeah, a lot of Vanilla Ice.
That was a pretty good reference. But the tank scene in the plane was hilarious because he just starts going nuts on the tank and just blows the whole fucking plane to shreds. And he's like, "Oh, whoops, I'm sorry, that was my bad. I didn't know what I was doing." So like, I just had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. Like, it wasn't a good movie.
No.
It wasn't a good movie.
Nope.
It wasn't a bad movie. It was...
The guy.
No, man.
Yeah, you set it up.
No, it was... I don't know how to, like... It was just entertaining.
Yeah.
That was the best way to describe it.
Yeah,
It was literally a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, like if you like the Ninja Turtles growing up and you got a little brother and you got some fucking spare time, take your brother to go see that shit.
Yeah.
You know, buy some popcorn, sit down, have a good time with it.
Yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah, we had a great time. Definitely check it out like at a matinee time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm kind of nervous to say I'm excited for a third one.
Yeah, I'm excited for a third one.
I want to see where they're gonna go.
Yeah, I was telling you, and I think this is probably, it would be kind of a missed opportunity if they didn't go this route. With like, you know how Marvel did the Collector's Collection, and how that's probably setting up Adam Warlock. This could be like the introduction for like Usagi Yojimbo or something.
Right.
You know, like Shredder has to get out of Krang's prison or some shit, and either he teams up with Usagi Yojimbo and like fucks him over, and then the Turtles team up with him. That would be cool. And I don't know. There's a lot of shit that they could do with it, and I think that I'm excited. For
my favorite representation of the Ninja Turtles is the IDW comic.
Okay,
that's my favorite. I like it better than the cartoon. I like it better than any of the movies. It takes it seriously,
right?
But it's still really funny.
Okay.
So, yeah, I always wanted them to take that, you know, IDW version, like the 80s comic version of it, where it's violent and just gritty.
But also, it's like dark comedy.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of make a cartoon show out of it or something like that, because I think it works better. I always think the Turtles work better as a comic book or a cartoon.
Right.
Live action is fun, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I would have to say the best representations are through the cartoon. Well, you know, through cartoons and well, I shouldn't say cartoons, through animation and comic books. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved, you know, the first movie over everything else.
The first movie's great. Yeah.
Yeah, like I would say that's my favorite interpretation.
The first movie
of
balances the cartoon and the comic book very well, because it just came off of Batman from 1989, so it still had that grittiness to it, but it still had that charm of the cartoon a little bit, but not overly doing it. It was perfect. It was a nice balance.
Yeah. So if you had to give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows like a numerical rating, what would you say?
Out of 10 or?
Yeah, out of 10. I would say like a 5.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would say a 5. It sounds like we're giving it a shitty score, but we're just giving it a shitty score based on, I'm guessing, a film quality,
yeah.
I guess. I don't
Like,
know how to...
as a whole, I would give it a 5 because, I mean, technically, if we're going by, like, school standards, that's a failing grade. But, I would say, I
tried.
Yeah, exactly.
You made me laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had a good time with it.
I'd buy it on Blu-ray if it was discounted.
Okay.
That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.